Rainbows and Butterflies by Valorage. Chapter 1, only chapter. Rainbow Dash was flying around Ponyville, finishing her weather chores. Her chores involved clearing the clouds, moving a big storm, and at one point dodging thunderbolts because she ventured too close to a thunderstorm scheduled for tomorrow. As she finished her chores, she felt exhausted. She flew around looking for a cloud. When she found a cloud, she puffed it up, laid down, and let her eyes lazily close. Happily, she finished her chores. So she finished her chores then. The shriek was ear-piercing, waking Rainbow Dash with a jolt. It had been 2 hours since she fell asleep. She flew over to the source of the shriek. She saw Flutters hiding for something. Wait, why did I call her Flutters? She thought. Flutters. She began, but was cut off by something. A loud roar, and Rainbow knew why Flutters was hiding. Capitalization, please. A manticore. Put an E there, and wandered out of the evergreen forest near Fluttershy's cottage. Rainbow was stunned in horror. Then she sprung into action. She flew around the manticore. There was an E there, kicking up a dust storm. After the dust storm began forming, she knew the less logical thing the manticore would do. Alright, he's probably going to stop me with his tail, she thought. And right as the manticore reached out with its tail, Rainbow shot up to the air at alarming speeds. I have to do this. For Flutters! Her thoughts cut her off. There it is again. Why do I keep calling her Flutters? She pushed the thigh of her head so she could focus. She started to descend. He had speed, careful enough to go slow so a mock cone did not start forming. As she reached the ground, she did a 90-degree turn so she was parallel to the ground. She started rocking towards the manticore. As she did so, she began to build up speed again. Right before she ran into the manticore, she flipped, extending her back hooks, hitting the manticore right in the chest. The manticore reeled back, giving Rainbow Dash enough time to rocket back into the sky. She went about 30 feet, flipped, and shot herself to the ground, landing onto the manticore. As the manticore began to pass out, Rainbow Dash struggled to pick it up. She flew around for 10 minutes, looking for somewhere far away from Fluttershy's home. Then she sped the manticore down. Comma. And her manticore was on the ground. She flew back to Fluttershy's cottage to check if she was okay. Back at Fluttershy's cottage. Arthur. Question. Did your shift key break? You seem to have forgotten how to shift. It's right there. Right below the caps lock on the left side. Right below the enter on the other side. Don't know why there are 2 shift buttons, but there you go. A friendly sight greeted her. Fluttershy, standing there with her soft yellow coat, teal-colored eyes, pink mane and tail, and butterfly cutie mark. Yes, that's exactly what Fluttershy looks like. For some reason, Rainbow dang it! began to blush. She quickly tried to control herself, hiding her blush. Luckily, there was a code and some other objects around. Hey, Fluttershy, you okay? Rainbow said. Glad she did not say Flutters. No, but the story keeps saying Flutters multiple times.
Oh, hey, Rainbow Dash. Thanks for saving me from the manticore. I don't know why I keep misspelling the manticore.
Fluttershy said. Fluttershy looked up to meet Rainbow Dash's magenta eyes. Rainbow Dash looked tired. Her satin coat looked messed up. The feather on her wings were out of alignment, making it look like she flew through a tornado. And her rainbow-colored mane and tail were frazzled.
Rainbow Dash, are you okay? You look hurt.
Fluttershy exclaimed, looking at Rainbow's wings specifically. I swear, if you do that cliche, I'm going to hit you with a mallet. She looked at Rainbow's faces quickly, looking her over, seeing if she was hurt, and noticing that Rainbow was leaning left and right, almost uncontrollably. You know, my English major thesis is kicking in, and there is something wrong with that last sentence.
Rainbow Dash?
Fluttershy asked. Rainbow Dash did not respond. only fell to the floor. Apparently the comment button was broken too.
Oh my gosh, Rainbow!
She yelled as she ran to cast Rainbow Dash, and it took her to the clinic. Rainbow Dash woke in an unusual room. It was all white, but not the cloud home she was used to. There was a stiff and uncomfortable bed, an itchy blanket, and a pillow that could be covered in sandpaper. Her eyes began adjusting. The room began to look more and more familiar until she realized where she was. Ugh, why am I at the hospital? Was the only thing in her head.
Um, Rainbow Dash? I'm sorry if I can't capitalize your name.
A familiar voice asked. Rainbow Dash looked around to find the source of the voice. As she turned, she met Fluttershy at eye level.
Are you okay? How are you feeling?
Fluttershy asked, the worry coming across her voice.
Flutters,
She whispered, hoping Fluttershy did not hear her. After no response from Fluttershy, she knew she was all right. Why would you feel wrong about a nickname? I mean, Pinkie Pie calls her Flares all the time.
I also call it Twi Twi and Rarity.
Fluttershy? Yeah, I'm fine. What am I doing here? Rainbow Dash asked, putting a hand to her head in pain. Ugh, why does my head hurt so badly?
Well, you saved me.
Fluttershy started to explain what happened.
I was attacked by a manticore. Kind of random about that. I mean, manticores usually stick to the evergreen forest. You must have heard my shout.
Fluttershy started to trail off a bit, not wanting to admit she shrieked.
You flew over, gave a manticore a piece of your mind, then you collapsed. So I brought you to the clinic and had to take a look at you.
Well, thanks, Fluttershy.
Oh no, I should be the one thanking you. You saved me from the manticore.
She paused.
Well, I better get going. I have my animals to take care of.
Oh, well, I know what you're able to get so upset with you. See you soon! Rainbow Dash said, almost regretting it a second later. Fluttershy only nodded and smiled. Then thoughts started creeping into her mind. She did not have much to do, as there was no one in the room. She closed her eyes and drifted off into a dream-filled sleep. The walk home for Fluttershy was one filled with worry.
Would that manticore be back? Would Rainbow Dash be okay? How would I stop the manticore if it did come back?
The stare, your usual control of animals, the fact that you control a big freaking bear. Just a thought. She thought to herself, mind racing a mile a minute. Then she thought about her animals. Angel Bunny, who would be a snack. All the birds, squirrels, and rabbits, all the various animals he had under care. What would happen to them? Who would take care of them? She opened the door, her mind still trapped in worrying thoughts, trying to get her mind back on a interior subject. She fed her various animals, filled up their water bowls, and gave Angel Bunny a carrot. After her animals were taken care of, she made herself a quick dinner. A simple grass sandwich, garnished with a daisy. She ate rather quickly. After dinner, she noticed she was getting a little drowsy. She went up to her room and lay in bed.
What am I going to do? And why did Rainbow go through all that trouble just to save me? I mean, it could be a possibility that she loves me and that she's my friend, but...
She said aloud as her eyes began to grow heavy. Her mind started to ease up as sleep crept through overcame her. Rainbow danced with her surroundings, noticing something. There was nothing around her. Just white, cloud-covered floor, a deep blue sky, and her. Then she started to fall. The cloudy floor crumbled under her. She hit the ground, expecting pain, but she was not. She could still feel, but was not in pain. She examined her surroundings again. A small hill, like Ben Luna's moon. A tree sat on top of the hill, overlooking a rolling valley. The stars were out, and the clear night sky was beckoning all the ponies to a quiet sleep. All except for Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash was drawn to the hill. As she climbed to the small hill, she noticed another pony. It was Fluttershy.
Oh, Dashie, isn't it just beautiful?
Fluttershy began to speak. Yeah, not as beautiful as you. Rainbow responded, but then realized what she had said. She tried to fly away, but her wings would not open. She could not take flight, because her body wasn't letting her. Her body had different plans. She started to walk up, sat down next to Fluttershy as she spoke. Fluttershy began to blush at this statement.
You always had a way with words,
She said, smiling and gently nuzzling the cyan-colored pony. What, what's going on here? The thought entered her mind, but was almost immediately expelled from her head. I don't care what's going on. I could be drugged for all I know. But I still want this moment to last, she thought to herself.
Dassy?
Fluttershy began speaking. Yeah, Fluttershy? Was the only response Rainbow Dash could think of.
I love you, Dassy.
Fluttershy said, unmistakable calmness in her voice. Rainbow Dash did not know how to respond. Then she started to panic. Even though it was still dark, she started to hear words chirping. Her eyes were blinded. Dizzy woke up. Oh, it was only a dream, she said to herself as she trailed off and looked out the window. Only a dream, but why did I have it? She knew why she had it. She just didn't want to say why. Fluttershy woke up from her dreamless sleep. A very unfriendly angel bunny greeted her. So, angel bunny normally. He was holding a watch. Oh my god, this fake decided to change Angel Bunny's gender. As Fluttershy began to wake up, she realized what day it was. It was Friday, the day Rarity and Fluttershy would go to the spa together. Um, Vic, let me help you put this sentence, this line right here, so that way you don't have an extra paragraph.
Oh, thank you, Angel. I had totally forgotten.
Fluttershy yelled, causing Angel Bunny to cover his ears. Angel Bunny simply pointed at the watch, then to the door. Fluttershy got the hint and got out to the spa.
Well, there you are. I've been waiting for you.
Rarity shouted. Fluttershy winced.
Oh, I'm sorry. I fell asleep. I had a rough night.
Fluttershy whispered.
What happened?
She said to Fluttershy. She went to the receptionist and simply said, "These with him." As he walked to the back, where he would be pampered, Fluttershy began to sort out what she wanted to say.
Oh, well, Rainbow Dash.
Her voice trailed off.
What about Rainbow Dash?
Fluttershy said, a sense of confusion obvious to her voice.
Well, a manticore had walked out the evergreen forest and...
She started speaking.
Oh, my! A manticore! What happened? Are you alright?
She asked, worry coming through her voice.
Well, Rainbow Dash saved me. She beat that manticore knowing the right risk of fighting one. With a pair of hooves, no less. No magic to help her at all. Then, after that, she fainted.
Fluttershy said, worry for her friend clearly in her voice.
Well, how is she?
Rarity asked, trying to console her.
She's fine. She's in the hospital.
Fluttershy responded. Rarity nodded, and silence lasted for too long. Conversation was slow and dull. Spa day, no matter how dull the conversation, ended too quickly for Fluttershy. Rainbow Dash was relaxing on a cloud, marveling at the clear blue sky. As she longed and sat on the soft cloud, memories of Fluttershy began to flow into Dash's mind. She was lost in thought when she heard a soft voice that made her heartbeat skyrocket.
Uh, Rainbow Dash?
Fluttershy said, giggling for some reason. That giggle, that soft giggle. I love that sound. Rainbow Dash had thought a bit for too long, causing Fluttershy to repeat her question. Oh, hey Fluttershy, how was your day? Rainbow asked, trying to hide a steep blush.
Oh, it was nice. Is something wrong?
No, why? Rainbow Dash asked.
No reason.
Well, okay. I'm gonna practice some new tricks. Wanna come? Rainbow Dash asked, again trying to hide a deep blush. Fluttershy, noticing Dash's out of character shyness, only nodded. As Rainbow flew through around the clouds, Fluttershy cheered low soft,
Yay.
Rainbow, during her tricks, occasionally looked over at the yellow mare. As she did so, she noticed that soft, sweet smile. This only made Rainbow Dash try harder to impress the mare she had a crush on. Rainbow lost herself in thought, though, still maneuvering. As she landed next to the shy pony, she looked up at her handiwork, noticed it was Fluttershy's cutie mark. 3 butterflies in a circular pattern. Rainbow Dash blushed, being less able to control it. Fluttershy didn't notice. She only smiled at the cloud pattern.
Wow, that's impressive, Dash. How did you do that?
Fluttershy asked, the excitement in her voice almost making her question sounding like a scream. I I don't know, Rainbow Dash started. I just stopped thinking it happened.
Oh, well, it's very nice, Dassy.
Fluttershy said, hugging Rainbow Dash. For some reason, she tensed when she hugged Rainbow. Well, anything for you, Flutters. You are my best friend, and we have been since we were fillies, Rainbow Dash said, sincerity in her voice soothing to Fluttershy, who relaxed. Is this really happening right now? I cannot let this chance slip in my hoofs. I had to ask. I dare the consequences. Rainbow thought as she tried her best to figure out what to say. Hey, Fluttershy? Rainbow Dash said, her voice going from soothed to worry.
Yes, Rainbow?
Fluttershy answered, confused about the sudden change in her best friend's voice. I... Rainbow trailed off.
You what?
Fluttershy responded, now noticing Cyan Pegasus' worried expression. I... I know I'm not a man of many words. Rainbow began correcting at her word choice. No stopping now. The dam had burst and the river was flooding. But I want to be with you. You're sweet, kind, gentle, caring, and absolutely beautiful. Way to go, Dash. Just to get to those 3 words. I love you, Fluttershy. Fluttershy was stunned at Rainbow's words. She stood there, completely motionless. For a few good moments, she started to back away from Rainbow Dash. Rainbow tried to move closer to the point she desired. When she was gone, she had flown away. Nice going, Rainbow. You ruined your friendship, was the only thought that went through Rainbow's head. Fluttershy was flying and getting weak. She noticed she was not far from Rarity's boutique. She landed and knocked on the door.
Come in, it's open.
Rarity shouted. A lot of shouting in this story. I mean, everybody's just yelling and screaming. Can't anyone have a normal conversation?
Rarity, I need to talk to you.
Fluttershy said, trailing off.
Of course, what do you want to talk about?
Rarity said.
Well, Rainbow Dash says she says,
Fluttershy trailed off, ending her sentence with a bare squeak.
well, she said what?
Verity insisted.
She says she loves me.
That last part of her sentence was very audible. Nevertheless, Rarity still heard it.
Oh, that's fantastic!
Verity shouted in excitement.
What did she say? How did she respond? Well, I just blew away.
Fluttershy said, her tone close to a whisper.
What? I didn't know how to respond. I never felt feelings for another pony.
Fluttershy said,
Well, how do you feel about her? I don't know.
Fluttershy squeaked. Rainbow Dash flew to the Sugar Cube corner, hoping to see Pinky. Pinky was always good at cheering her up. Rainbow knocked on the door. Pinky opened it up with a massive grin on her face.
Hey, Rainbow Dash! How are you? What's going on? How are you? How long did it
Pinky said, getting cut off. Pinky, I need advice, Rainbow said. Really, Pinky had gotten serious.
What's wrong, Dassy?
Pinky said, well, I'm in love. Rainbow Dash said,
oh my gosh.
Pinky shouted. Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash said, her thoughts trailing to the pink winged pony, smiling.
Aww.
Pinky said,
You two would make such a cute couple.
well, it didn't exactly go well, Rainbow Dash said, frown returning to her face.
Oh, what happened?
Pinky asked. Rainbow Dash started explaining. Pinky looked at Dash, expressionless. Listening to the story. After the story, Pinky sat there unmoving for like 16 hours. Rainbow Dash took a nap, leaving a note saying, wake me up when you start moving again. Fluttershy, a renewed sense of confidence, went to Twilight's library. She was not home, or was asleep. Either way, she was getting tired, so she flew to her cottage. Angel Bunny, as usual, was upset. Fluttershy, not noticing, went to her nightly routine, feeding all her animals, giving Angel Bunny a carrot, making her dinner, and going to bed. Her dreams were filled with thoughts of Rainbow Dash. Fluttershy was in a small room, white, sterile, cold, and lonely. It was a hospital room. Rainbow Dash was on the hospital bed. She was in bad condition. Fluttershy? Dash said.
Yes, Dash?
I love you, Fluttershy. Rainbow Dash said, her cheeks red. Fluttershy was stunned. She knew what she had heard. She just couldn't believe it. When she felt the silence had enveloped the room for far too long, she responded.
I love you too.
was the only thing Fluttershy could say. Rainbow Dash began blushing. Fluttershy, seeing this, started blushing as well. Fluttershy went to hug Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash blushed a lot more with a wave of warmth that came from Fluttershy's hug. She was returning Fluttershy's hug, nuzzling her as well. Fluttershy was leaning in to kiss Rainbow Dash. Lips pursed. Rainbow Dash eagerly returned her kiss, a chill shooting up through both their spines. Fluttershy woke up, feeling her blush. She knew what she had to do. Rainbow Dash was not woken by Pinkie Pie, but a blinding light. When she woke, she noticed a massive amount of clouds. She sighed. She knew she had her work cut out for her today. As she flew around Ponyville, she saw Fluttershy. Oh no, there she is! What do I do? Was the thought that dominated her mind. Fluttershy simply walked past, noticing Rainbow but simply not moving on. When Rainbow finished her cloud chores, it was nearly nightfall. A lot of work, the thought echoed in her mind. She flew around, finding a cloud. She took a nap. When she woke up, there were a lot more clouds, creating a floor. Rainbow Dash was connecting some dots in her head. When the cloud under her dissipated, she landed on some near rolling hills. Man, the Pegasus must have been working overtime with those clouds! She glided to her feet. It was a nice slope, a single tree, and a rolling hill in front of it. She climbed the hill. She noticed Fluttershy, crying, looking at the hill. Fluttershy? Rainbow Dash said. Fluttershy was surprised by her friend, swung to her as fast, and looked away and lightning for the breeze.
Oh, hey, Rainbow Dash,
Fluttershy said. What's wrong, Fluttershy? Rainbow Dash asked, more attentive than usual.
Oh, nothing.
Rainbow Fluttershy started.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
Rainbow Dash swung up to the crying mare. Not as beautiful as you, she said, something calmness in her voice. She sat next to the pony, wiping the tears from her cheek.
You always have a way with words. You always know how to cheer me up. Hey, Rainbow Dash?
Fluttershy asked, nuzzling her best friend. Yeah, Fluttershy?
I love you, Dashy.
Fluttershy said. It was playing out exactly like her dream. Her dream was literally coming true. She didn't want to slip this to her host. I love you too, Flares. There are two O's in that too, Rainbow Dash said, looking straight into Fluttershy's eyes. They looked at each other, gazing into each other's eyes. Fluttershy leaned in, pursing her lips. Rainbow Dash returned a kiss, shivers going up her spine. They lay there, singing each other's forelegs! Rainbow Dash has never been happier. I love you, Flares. The words echoes in Fluttershy's mind. I love you. Oh, yeah. The story was sweet. It really was. My biggest gripes come from two sources. One, as I pointed out, and you may have noticed my complaints, the author really, really could use a beta here. Frequently, the capitalization button was lonely. As in, every single sentence just felt like there was no way that this person forgot to capitalize. I don't know why this was. I don't know how this happened. The comma also felt misused too. And some of the earlier scenes just felt like fluff. Like the Pinky and Rainbow Dash moment. Pinkie Pie just standing there. It was a misuse of the pink one. I've seen some fics where Pinkie Pie's used for a better motivation. This didn't have it. But other than that, cute, soft, sweet, and gentle. One way to set off a good after a great fanfic. We needed something a little bit more relaxing after this. Am I right? Next time, though, we have something cute.
Ever since I was little, I had one big question on my mind. No, not while over here. So, I heard that there are two fellows somewhere in a Gulch Canyon that would love to know that answer. No, my biggest question relies with my big sister. Where do babies come from?
Next time, Sweetie Belle finds out where babies are made. I'll see you there.